This is lesson 22, finishing up with exercises or numbers 3 and 4. And in this one, we're going to look at the disjunction and conjunction decomposition rules. So I've got 3 and 4 already written here. So again, we have our set members. We're just going to write the set members first. And for this one, we do have 3. So the first set member is P. And I'm going to write set member over here. My second set member is this not Q, set member. And my third is not P or not Q, which is my last set member, not P or not Q, set member. All right, for this one, number 1 and number 2, they're already decomposed as far as they can go. So the only one we have to look at here is this number 3, and it is a disjunction. So let's look again what our disjunction decomposition rule is. Remember, if it's kind of like an upside down V because it has options. So it will branch because there's 2 options that it could be, whereas the conjunction was a straight down right there. So my P value and my decomposition will be not P. And I'm going to give myself some room and just write that in this line and go down to this next line to write the actual variables here, or constants. So it's going to be not P on this branch, and then not Q on this branch. I'm going to write which line I used, which was line 3 right here. And it is the disjunction decomposition rule. Now, this one is done. So I can go ahead and look at this branch. I've got a not P, and then a not Q and a P. And if you notice, a P and a not P, those contradict. So one contradicts with line 4, so I write that here. Now this one is a double negated Q, so this can be decomposed further, because remember, even last semester what we were working with, dropping those double negations there. So I'm going to use my double negation decomposition rule and make that a Q. It's getting fuzzy. So I am done with this. It's as far as it can go. So now I can backtrack and see if there's any contradictions. Q, and then there's a not Q. So this is also a closed branch because line 2 contradicts. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgot to write line 5 there. Remember, you always have to write the numbers. And 5 was line 4, double negation decomposition rule there. So line 2 contradict line 5, and it's a closed branch. So both of those were closed branches, so they're both inconsistent there. So I'm going to write that, and that one is done. Now I'm going to skew this up and look at number 4. And number 4 is not P and Q, Q or R. So I'm first going to write my sets. My first set is not P and Q, and it is a set member. I'm going to leave myself room and bring it way over. And my second set member is Q or R. Q or R, set member. Now for this one, we have a conjunction and a disjunction. And we want to decompose the line that will not branch. So if you remember in the other video we did, a conjunction does not branch. A disjunction does branch because it has options. So we're going to decompose our conjunction first, which is line 1. Now line 1 will decompose with the not P, and I'm going to try and write mine more in the middle this time, so I have room to branch. And I use line 1 conjunction decomposition rule. Now I'm going to do my next one, which is Q. So line 4 is Q, still the same line 1 conjunction decomposition rule. I check it off because I'm done with that one. Now I'm going to move to line 2, and it is a disjunction. And remember, it's going to branch off. So I'm going to branch off here. Now I'm not branching off from the Q, I'm branching off from line 2. It just so happens that the lines go there. So don't get that confused. So this first one will be the P position, which is our Q in this one. And then our Q position, which is R. And I used line 2, disjunction, decomposition rule. Now I can go back and look and see if there's any contradictions here. No contradictions there. It's an open branch. So I do an open branch right there. Now I'm going to look at my R and my Q and a not P. There's still no contradictions, so it's an open branch as well. So it is consistent. Consistent. Now I have to go back and find my the truth values for each of these. And remember, I'm not going to do negation if there's a negation. I'm just doing P, Q, and R. And I'm assuming all of these are true. Anything that's here is going to be true. So if not P is true, that means just P is false. And I'm doing this right branch first. I'm going to do this one. So I was here. Now I'm going to look at Q. Q is going to be true. And R is going to be true. Now, because I have 2 branches, I actually have to come do this again in this other branch. So I'm going to look here. I still have the P, or it's a not P here, but I'm going to write just P. Same thing. If it's true as a negated P, a regular P is going to be false. And I have the Q. It's going to be true still. Now, if you notice, there's not an R on this one. And the book says in the teacher guide where it's explaining the lesson that if there's a variable that's not on one of the branches, that's on a second branch, you can just write the opposite of what it is. So it's that F right there. Okay, so that is done. I just decomposed it all and recovered the truth values, and that is lessons or numbers 3 and 4 on lesson 22.